After World War II, the world was split into two sides: the United States, representing capitalism, and the Soviet Union, representing communism. Both superpowers wanted to prove one thing, that their system was superior. But this war wasn't fought with bullets. It was fought with intelligence, technology, and fear. This was the Cold War, and soon, its most dangerous battlefield became space. Imagine this: a man floating in the darkness of space. Hundreds of miles above Earth, below him, an entire planet is watching, holding its breath. But here's the truth: this wasn't just a mission. This wasn't just about space. This was a war for power, for dominance, for global control. On one side, the United States, on the other, the Soviet Union. And the real question wasn't just who would reach space first. It was who would rule the future of humanity. October 4th, 1957. The Soviet Union shocked the world. They launched Sputnik 1, the first artificial satellite to orbit Earth. It was small, simple, but its impact was massive. To the United States, it was a warning: we are ahead of you. Then came 1961, when the Soviets made history again. Yuri Gagarin became the first human in space. For 108 minutes, he orbited Earth. And in that moment, the Soviet Union was winning. America was falling behind. But this race came at a cost: explosions, setbacks, and tragedy. In 1967, the Apollo 1 test mission ended in disaster. A fire broke out inside the spacecraft. 3 astronauts lost their lives. The nation was shaken, but quitting was never an option, because losing meant something bigger than failure. It meant losing global power. Meanwhile, the Soviet Union was still in the game, working in silence, preparing their own path to the moon. The United States knew it had to respond, and fast. Then came President John F. Kennedy, with one bold, almost impossible promise: we choose to go to the moon before this decade is out and bring him back safely. This wasn't just ambition. This was a challenge to the entire world. America poured everything into this mission: billions of dollars, thousands of scientists and engineers. Failure was not an option. And just like that, the race to the moon had begun. 1969. The moment of truth had arrived. The United States launched Apollo 11. On board were 3 men: Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins. The rocket lifted off. Millions watched live. Every second was a risk. One small mistake could end everything. Then came the most critical moment. The lunar module, Eagle, was descending. Fuel was running dangerously low, just seconds away from aborting. And then, the Eagle has landed. But what if that's not the full story? Even today, some people still ask, was the moon landing real, or was it staged? Was this humanity's greatest achievement, or the greatest illusion ever created? The truth might be more complicated than we think. July 20th, 1969, Neil Armstrong stepped onto the moon and said the words that would echo forever: "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." In that moment, the United States had won. The Soviet Union had lost the race, and the space race was over. The space race wasn't just about reaching the moon. It was about proving who would lead the future. And in the end, it wasn't just a victory for a nation. It was a victory for all of humanity.